Actually, I'm gonna put a napkin underneath just in case because, I kind of worked some of it over. It is kind of dry now, so I shouldn't be worried about getting it on there, but whatever. It is what it is. Safety measurements need to be taken. When I applied on it, it went on pretty smoothly, which I like. Car coils normally those black ones. Well, obviously it would be black. The grayish black, gray, more of like a dark gray. I shouldn't be saying black. When you put it on, it actually puts on really smoothly. A lot of times when I see some clay masks in general, when I put it on, and then when I get some more out and then put it underneath or over it to cover the next part, sometimes the one that I have applied already comes off. This was not the case for that one, which I actually love. The consistency, the texture of it is really nice, which I love. Sometimes I have a hard time liking how the clay mask is in general, and how it just comes off from one area and they have to keep on applying it, which becomes really annoying, and then it starts coming off from the other ones. This was not the case. It seemed like it was just layering over it, which I tried to avoid obviously, but I just want to try how if it would come off if you try to put more on, or whatever the case is. It actually pretty much went evenly all over my skin. It smelled smooth. It did not feel really cold on my skin, because you know how some masks feel pretty cold on your skin. That was not the case. When it got dry, your skin feels really. It feels like, when you try to smile or when you try to talk, it feels like your skin's about to rip off. It's like, your skin becomes really hard. That was not the case when it got dry. I was actually talking to my mom when I realized that, it got completely dry. It actually didn't really feel as bad for my skin. Um, Other than that, my forehead and my nose, like I said, that's where my T-zone is. Some people have it on the chin. Some people's whole face is oily. It doesn't really feel as oily like I mentioned that today, because I'm supposed to, it's the third day hair I have. And my forehead did end up getting oily, plus my nose. So it's not really as oily. I don't know if that would be pretty beneficial to the actual oily skin people who forehead are oily, regardless of washed hair day or third day hair day, whatever it is. However, as my pores are concerned, they do look and feel clean. The breakouts that I was having on my cheeks, under my eyes, it looks like it visibly looks less, so which is pretty good. It actually didn't look bad to begin with. Then just me looking into the mirror and be like, okay, I have it there. I don't know if anybody else notices it or not. I don't know. Like, normally my mom points it out, but I guess it's not too big for her to be like, oh my god, your skin looks bad. But I do personally feel a significant difference. If your skin is just generally dry, obviously you won't see any difference in the oiliness aspect, but you may see a difference in like clearing your pores out, and the acne prone situation. Normally, if I'm not wrong, acne prone has some kind of correlation with oily skin. And Normally what I've noticed is that whenever I used anything that is for oily skin, my skin does end up feeling oily for a couple of days. And I know I shouldn't be using those, but I remember this was like when I was extremely younger, where I remember using a face wash that was oil based, and I was at my cousin's house and I forgot to bring my face wash, so I used hers, and she shouldn't be using the oily based face wash to begin with either. So I don't know why she bought it. So I went ahead and used it without me realizing, and I was probably like early teens, so I wasn't really aware of like the different type of products for different type of skins. Um, but my skin felt really oily for a couple of days, and that was the reason I stopped using oil-based products. I know it's slightly different from this, but um, then I think the only time after that I used anything oil-based product after that was the Sephora makeup remover. They normally have the oil, the water-based ones, and I normally have been using the water-based makeup removers, like the molecular water. And that was the one time after that initial situation happened, and I think I bought this oil based back in I was in college, I believe. So this had to be 2011, 2012, maybe. So that's like a huge leap. So I was like 18, 19 at the time. Um, yeah, so 18, 19. So that's like a couple of years later. I bought that, and then I didn't buy another one. And then the next oil based product that I actually ended up buying was the serum. And yeah, so that is now 2020. So again, that's a huge leap there, but I feel like I'm not really gonna buy it now because I know a lot better. But in this case, this is not really oil-based product. It's for oily skin. So that's the difference. So when it's for oily skin, it's just saying that it will help whatever it's supposed to do for the via the product for the oily skin. Oil-based skin is that it actually has oil in it, which you will feel on your skin. So that's the difference. So I personally do not like using oil-based products. This one, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really read the back part of it when I bought it. So hence why it's partially on my end to read the concerns. But like what I've noticed is that sometimes, well, 50-50 chance I would say, is that they will either write the concerns on it or they won't write the concerns on it, which is why I kind of like at that point, and normally they will write in the front. So that's the one thing I would say to them, is that definitely write it in the front that is oil based, because they have written it at the back, and normally majority, not all people, will not look at the back to see the concerns, because like I said, a lot of the companies write in the front. So that's the only thing I will say about it. But then that I do recommend it because I feel personally fine with this, how my skin came out. And just keep in mind, everybody's skin is different, so everybody will have different reaction. So just keep in mind, when this is like a lesson learning moment type of a situation, that just keep in mind that double check at the back to see if they have any kind of concerns. And that being said, the product may or may not be necessary for your skin, even if it is aimed at your skin type and the concerns that you have on your skin. It may not necessarily have a good positive reaction, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, I'll be linking down both my Instagram pages. Make sure to follow, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and I'll be back for more. Stay safe and stay tuned.